Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to beautiful Copenhagen, capital and largest city of Denmark. We are here celebrating the 8th Sing Out Song Contest in Copenhagen's fair city. We've all enjoyed a wonderful semifinal and a wonderful final. The final with 20 contestants all battling it out to win. But we've reached the end, and now it's time to collect the votes. So let's load the scoreboard. Here are the 20 countries that competed in tonight's final. You know how it works. 12, 10, 8 through 1. Can't vote for yourself. Let's get started with the first country, and that is Sweden. Here are the first points from Sweden. And now the top votes from Sweden. 8 points go to the host country, Denmark. The 10 points go to Italy. And finally, the first 12 points of the night from Sweden go to Malaysia. All right, Malaysia making a very strong debut with the first 12 points of the night. But as you know, it's still early days. We've got 27 sets of votes to hear from, so let's move on straight away to Finland. Here are the first results from Finland. And now the top 3 results from Finland. 8 points go to the Netherlands. 10 points go to Sweden. And finally, the 12 points from Finland go to Thailand. All right, Thailand receiving 12 points. Let's see how Thailand has voted. Here are the first results from Thailand. And the rest of the results, 8 points, go to Malaysia. 10 points go to France. And finally, the 12 points from Thailand go to the Netherlands. All right, well, Netherlands receiving 12 points. Let's check in with the Netherlands next and see how they have voted. Here are the first points from the Netherlands. And the Netherlands give 8 points to Croatia. The 10 points go to the United Kingdom. And finally, the big 12 from the Netherlands go to Finland. All right, 4 countries down. Next up to vote is the United Kingdom. Here are the first results from the United Kingdom. All right, moving ahead with the top votes from the United Kingdom. 8 points go to Germany. 10 points go to Sweden. And finally, the 12 points from the United Kingdom go to France. All right, now France and Sweden taking a lead at this point as we move on to Denmark. Hello, Denmark. Here are the first results from Denmark. And now the final results from Denmark. 8 points go to Canada. 10 points go to Sweden. And finally, 12 points from Denmark go to Thailand. All right, moving ahead now to the next country to vote in, that is Germany. Here are the results from Germany. And Germany gives 8 points to Canada. The 10 points go to Sweden. And Germany's 12 points go to Malaysia. All right, next up we have South Africa. And now the final results from South Africa. 8 points go to the United Kingdom. 10 points go to Thailand. And finally, 12 points from South Africa go to the Netherlands. All right, next up to vote is Ireland. Here are the first results from Ireland. And now 8 points from Ireland go to Denmark. 10 points go to the United Kingdom. And finally, 12 points from Ireland go to the United States. All right, next up to vote is Malaysia. Here are the first results from Malaysia. And now Malaysia gives 8 points to Norway. The 10 points go to Canada. And finally, the 12 points, they go to Croatia. All right, 10 countries down, 18 to go. Sweden is leading at this point on 57 points, just ahead of Thailand. Let's hear how Chile has voted. And the 8 points from Chile go to the United Kingdom. The 10 points go to the United States. And last but not least, the 12 points from Chile go to Malaysia. All right, well, we've heard from 11 countries, 17 to go. Let's take a moment and have a closer look at the countries that are leading at the moment. In 5th place on 42 points, it's the United States. In 4th place on 43 points, the Netherlands. In 3rd place on 47 points, Malaysia. In 2nd place on 57 points, it's Sweden. And leading the pack at the moment on 62 points, it's Thailand. But we still have 17 sets of votes yet to collect. Anything can happen. So let's get back to the counting of the votes and go on with the results from Bosnia and Herzegovina. And now 8 points from Bosnia and Herzegovina go to the United States. The 10 points go to Greece. And finally, 12 points from Bosnia and Herzegovina go to Croatia. All right, next up we have the votes from the United States. And now the top points from the United States. 8 points go to Finland. 10 points go to Croatia. And finally, 12 points from the United States go to Malaysia. All right, moving on now to the Republic of Korea. Eight points from the Republic of Korea go to Greece. 10 points go to Thailand. And the 12 points from from Republic of Korea go to Hungary. All right, next up are the votes from France. And now the top points from France, 8 points, go to Estonia. 10 points go to the United States. And the 12 points from France go to Norway. All right, next up to vote, we have the Czech Republic. Here are the results from the Czech Republic. And now the top points from the Czech Republic, 8 points, go to Ireland. 10 points go to Finland. And 12 points from the Czech Republic go to France. All right, next up to vote, we have Greece. Here are the first points from Greece. And 8 points from Greece go to France. 10 points go to Canada. And finally, 12 points from Greece go to Estonia. All right, it's now the turn of Slovenia to vote. Here are the first points from Slovenia. All right, 8 points from Slovenia go to Germany. 10 points go to the United States. And finally, 12 points from Slovenia go to Spain. All right, well, Spain just received 12 points. It's now the turn of Spain to give us their votes. And now the top results from Spain, 8 points go to the United States. 10 points go to Estonia. And finally, 12 points from Spain go to Greece. All right, 19 countries down, 9 to go. Let's hear the votes from Canada next. Here they are, the first points from Canada. And now the top 3 results, 8 points go to Denmark. The 10 points go to Thailand. And last but not least, 12 points from Canada go to Germany. Lots of changes in the top few countries switching places here and there. Let's see who's next. It is Cuba. Here are the first results from Cuba. All right, now the top points. 8 points from Cuba go to Denmark. 10 points go to Germany. And the 12 points from Cuba go to the United Kingdom. All right, well, we've got 7 countries left, and next up to vote is Estonia. Here are the results, the first results from Estonia. And we've got from Estonia 8 points to Croatia. The 10 points go to Bosnia and Herzegovina. And the 12 points from Greece, I just gave it away. The 12 points from Estonia go to Greece. All right, moving on now to Hungary. And the top points from Hungary, 8 points go to Thailand. 10 points go to Greece. And finally, 12 points from Hungary go to France. Well, 23 of our 28 countries have voted, and we just have 5 juries left to hear from. So at this point, let's take one last look at the top 5. At the moment, in 5th place on 85 points, it's the United Kingdom. On 4th place, 90 points, it's the United States. 3rd place on 91 points, it's Germany. 2nd place on 95 points, it's France. And leading the scoreboard, doing very well tonight, on 103 points, it's Thailand. But as you know, we still have 5 sets of votes to hear from, and with how close the top 5 are from each other, only 18 points separating them, and indeed how close the top 12 are, it could be any one of these countries could come from behind and take a victory. Only the sets of votes will tell us. So let's move on now and get the votes from Italy. Here are the first results from Italy. And the top votes, 8 points go to the Netherlands. 10 points go to Croatia. And 12 points from Italy go to the host country, Denmark. Well, Thailand's still able to hold on to its lead at this moment, but only 6 points ahead of France, 8 points ahead of the United States, and 12 points ahead of Germany. It's very close. Let's move on now to Romania. Here are the first points from Romania. And now 8 points from Romania go to Thailand. The 10 points go to Croatia. And the 12 points from Romania go to Spain. Three countries left to vote. Thailand increasing its lead just a bit, now 10 points ahead of France. Let's hear the votes from Norway. All right, now the top votes from Norway. 8 points go to the United Kingdom. 10 points go to France. And 12 points from Norway go to the United States. Well, this is very interesting. With 2 countries left, we have France and Thailand on equal points, tied for first place on 111 points, and the United States on third, just a point behind. Croatia on 101 in fourth place. We have 2 juries to hear from, China and Croatia. Let's see if China can clear things up for us and give us an answer. Well, it doesn't look like that's going to clear things up very much. 8 points from China go to Denmark. The 10 points go to Sweden. And China gives 12 points to Malaysia. Well, there is 1 set of votes left to hear from, and it is now down to 3 countries. France, 115 points. Thailand, 114 points. United States, 111 points. It's the turn of Croatia to vote. 28th member state of the European Union, 28th country to vote. Let's take in the first results from Croatia. And that doesn't give us an answer yet. So we have to hear the top results from Croatia. The 8 points go to France. The 10 points go to the United Kingdom. And finally, the 12 points. Last 12 points of the night, Croatia gives them to the United States. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the 8th Sing Out Song Contest with a total of 123 points is France.